right, Boomer Live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 127 already. We are fucking 5 days out from UFC 281. Still getting over that. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Me and Garb, as usual. We talked about UFC 281 a little bit yesterday. So we kind of got everything off our chest from what happened. I'd be very interested to hear your final takes from the pay-per-view, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't know. I think you have some very, very big belt changes.
I think so.
Come away from.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's awesome. And I think that the way they won was fantastic.
I do too.
Didn't you bet the
I took
fifth round?
the fight to end Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira in rounds 3, 4, and 5. Cashed out on that. I got a $120 win.
Hell yeah.
Plus 120.
Need them.
$10
Boys are
ticket.
up.
Needed that. Broke even on the night. Didn't do good for parlays.
Me neither.
No,
But-
we didn't do shit.
You know what?
Dominic Reyes. Oof.
Dude, that
Killed us.
That was devastating.
And you know, that's really one of the biggest things that I took away from too is I'm going to start fading people who take a long time break from the UFC.
You know, it works out sometimes. Like the example I always think of is Brian Ortega. I don't know if you guys remember this, but
Dude, Brian Ortega, when he came back,
he had like a year and a half off. His last fight was Max Holloway. So it was a fight where he got fucked up. And he came back against Korean Zombie, and he was like minus 160. So Zombie was plus 130. And I think I took Zombie because I'm like, Ortega's just coming back. Like, I think he's going to be out. Mopped the floor with him. Fucking mopped him.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, oh, maybe I'll start, these guys get recharged. They're going back to the drawing board. They come back. They're good. Guess not everybody.
No.
Fuck Dominic Reyes, man.
Dominic
Reyes
Reyes
did not look good out
the
there,
shell
man.
of himself.
It was very hard.
Yeah, I think he's been rocked one too many times. I think
It's tough. He's gotten knocked out in his last 3 fights.
yeah, it's like those fighters, like they have like a chin for a long time, and then it kind of they get knocked out once, and then they keep getting knocked out.
But we talked about this when we picked Dominic Reyes, and what we said was he fought the best of the best in his last 3 fights, and he lost to all of them, right? So he lost to John Jones, he lost to Jiri Prochazka, he lost to Jan Blachowicz. Three of the last 4 light heavyweight champions.
I have to bet
Now,
on Ryan Spann.
Yeah, is
now.
Ryan Spann going to be in that club now? He looked good, man. He looked good. He looked big, too, for
Yeah,
He
205.
said-
looked
this is-
jacked and he looked quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was quick out there, man. And he did look like he had a camp.
Yeah,
like
that,
a
he
full
said.
camp.
He said
He says
that
he's
was his
never had a
first
camp
full
before, like
Mm.
less than 2 weeks,
Mm.
something like that before every fight.
Mm.
So
Apparently-
it marks Spann's 3rd win in his last 5 fights, all 3 wins by first-round knockout. That is something to bet. And by the way, so 3 of his last 5 fights wins in the first round. In his 2 losses, he got knocked out in the first round as well. So 4 of his last 5 fights ended in the first round. Just something to keep in mind for Spann's next fight. By the way, I think Spann's next fight will be a top 5 fight.
Yeah.
He's
I
now
also
ranked
do as
number
well.
6 or number 7. I think he's actually number 7 in the light heavyweight division, right?
Yeah.
So as of right now, you got Teixeira, Blachowicz, Ankalaev, Rakic, and Smith. I have not updated this. Spann's not 12 anymore. I believe him and Reyes flipped. Oh, I might actually. I'm actually wrong here. Spann, I did change this up. Spann's like number 10 right now. Spann's 9 or 10, so he went up from 12 to 9, which is crazy. No, I had it right. He is number 10. So he's still below Ozdemir and Craig. And off the rip, I think that Spann could easily fight guys in the top 5. Like a fight against Rakic would be good for Rakic coming back next year after his 20 ACL. A guy like Ozdemir, I think Spann flatlines. So Ryan Spann could be up and coming in the lightweight division.
Yeah, Ryan Spann is.
I think you got to give him a fight.
Yeah.
He needs to have
He-
like a real challenge. I
He
guess.
needs it now. He's earned it.
I think
Like Dominic Reyes is a real challenge, I guess, but
he is, man. You just had listen.
he
Like
just made it
those-
look easy.
and here's something else I want to bring up, and it's
He
it's
really
something,
did make it look easy.
It's
That's
something
crazy.
that we talked about very little going into this fight. We talked about how he had 3 really great losses in a row, but you look at his wins before he fought John Jones. Chris Weidman, Ozdemir, St. Preux, Cannonier light heavyweight when Cannonier was not where Cannonier is today. So, like, St. Preux is okay win. Ozdemir split decisions, okay. Knocked out Chris Weidman at the tail end of Weidman's career. Like, he didn't really have a signature win. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah,
Reyes.
but Ryan Spann isn't like a signature fighter either. You know what I
He
mean?
kind of is, or he's getting
no,
there.
I would not say
he's
he
getting
is
there.
at all. I would not.
Well, he's only 30, 31.
Yeah.
So he's still getting in his prime. You know, he's 21-7. He's been around for a minute.
How old's John Jones?
34.
So
I know John Jones
crazy.
is 34.
That's so
That is
crazy.
nuts.
Dominic Reyes is pretty young though
Ryan
too.
Spann's 31, dude. Just beat Dominic Reyes for the first time. John Jones is 34.
Right.
You know what I
Dominic
mean?
Reyes
Yeah.
is, I believe,
It's just wild.
younger, or he's older than John Jones. No, he's younger. Okay.
John
Jones is 35.
Jones needs to,
John Jones is 35 years
John
old.
Jones needs to come back, bro.
Oh, so interesting that you brought that up because while we were kind of fucking around for a little bit before the podcast started, I did I don't know what made me think of this, but I kind of updated all my stuff for the upcoming fights. Like this weekend, we have Louis Spivak. There's a couple good fights in there, and Zechku Kutalaba we've talked about. But the next 6 cards are all here. Next 7. So I have all those going down, and it got me thinking. Like, okay, I should make a list of the title changes or the title fights when the last time each title's been fought for. So I got that all right here. And let me actually throw this up on the screen before I continue any farther. So I got that all right here.
That's gonna be something.
And if you look at the heavyweight division, the last heavyweight championship was UFC 270, was January of last year.
Yeah.
So we are going to see a full year without a heavyweight title or interim title that has gotten thrown in there. I
Yeah.
want to say that's interesting.
Ngannou.
Yeah.
And obviously the UFC was trying to get Jones versus Stipe as the interim title fight. Like, that's what they were trying to fight.
John Jones.
I feel like they were really pushing for that as well.
And now that Ngannou's healthy again, he had a surgery, he's gotten recovered. He's back down to like 285, which is probably his normal walking around weight. Do you think that John Jones Stipe is not going to be pushed for anymore? I think they're just going to throw John Jones right to Ngannou right for a title fight. What do you think?
He needs, go. If you just look at his record, that he's only fought for. He needs to fight for the title if he comes back, dude. He's only fought for the title. His last 20 times he's fought.
Yep.
Dude. So he
It makes
needs to
sense.
fight for the title.
But for me, like with Ngannou out because of the injury, the interim title fight between him and Stipe would have made sense. Like that, I can wrap my head around. He's not going for the title, but it's for an interim title fight.
Michael
And it
Chan-
sets up a greater.
Dude, Michael Chandler almost fought for the title.
Michael Chandler, he did fight for the title. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean for his first fight?
Yeah.
Because he was the backup for what, Gaethje or Nurmagomedov?
Gaethje, Khabib, yeah.
Um,
Khabib almost didn't make weight.
and we talked a bunch of shit about that. We talked a lot of crap about how is this guy from Bellator coming in? He's going to have a title fight, his first fight. I got to tell you, like the UFC was kind of on point there. Like he's not the number 2 or maybe even 3 guy, but if he's not one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC, I don't know who the fuck is. Like every single fight, he's had 5 fights in the UFC. He's 2-3, so he has a negative record in the UFC. But every fight he's had has been a banger one way or the other. Either it's a fucking knockout of the year contender, or it's a ridiculous fight. Michael Chandler, he belongs up there.
He's
And
a brawler.
He is. He's a
He's a
brawler.
straight up brawler.
And he's one of those guys that has the conditioning to have an absolute war for 3 rounds.
No matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Mhm.
Busted face, busted nose, busted jaw.
We talked about this a little bit on yesterday's podcast, but you were with us when we watched the pay-per-view, but you saw the what Poirier was talking about with fish hooking. Did you see how Chandler actually did do that?
So they did show a really good highlight clip after the fact, and they talked a little bit briefly about it, but they didn't make like a huge stink about it, I feel like.
Right.
But
So Austin pointed this question. I thought it was a good question. Should Michael Chandler be punished and or fined for what he did there? I said that I don't really know what kind of punishment you can really do besides like suspending the guy, and I don't think it's worth being suspended because at the end of the day, that's a ref's judgment call to call that out in the middle of the fight, and he didn't. I do think he should be fined. I think that should be fine because if not, we're going to see fighters try to do that again and again until it gets put a stop to. And
Yeah,
shit,
it's illegal. You can't do that.
and shit like
yeah,
Chandler was very close to finishing the fight because of that. Like he had Poirier in a deep choke, and Poirier was, his jiu-jitsu so great he was able to get out of it. But A lesser jiu-jitsu man would not have been able to, and Chandler would have won that fight off of an illegal move. So I think that needs to be nipped in the bud.
Yeah, right in the bud. Yeah,
Right in
I
the bud.
agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we were talking about this a little bit. We kind of got off
yeah.
topic, but the heavyweight championship hasn't been defended since January.
Yeah.
I look at that and I say that an interim title fight should have easily been Cyril Gane versus Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah, and you said but I remember you specifically saying that Dana White wanted to do an interim title fight, and you were like, no, he shouldn't do that.
No, I think I said he should do it
Nah, you said
between
he
Jones
should.
and Miocic.
I don't know.
I think I
Can't recall, but I'm pretty sure you said
I am
that
a
he did.
big advocate for interim title fights. I think that it does nothing but helps
I'm not going to
publicity
go back
for
and
the
watch
next
all the
fights.
episodes, bro.
No.
So.
Like what we just saw, for instance, UFC 284, which is February 12th of next year, is Makhachev versus Volkanovski for the 155-pound title. Volkanovski making a jump up to lightweight. And then in the meantime, we got an interim title fight for the featherweight championship that Volkanovski won't be able to defend, obviously, between Yair Rodriguez and Josh Emmett. And Volkanovski said he's totally in favor for it. He said he thinks it's great. You know, the division isn't getting held up. Like, totally.
Why not?
I think that interim title fights, one, help the division keep going. You know, if you have a champion that can't defend, the division still needs to keep going, and the interim title fight's perfect for it. And it makes for a better show for the title fight when they do fight, you know, because now you can say champ versus champ technically. So I think that's really good. We got to start gearing up for Makhachev versus Volkanovski, by the way, boys. That's gonna be the fucking fight of the year next year. I really think so. It's in February. Early predictions?
What is it? Islam Makhachev versus Volk? Islam Makhachev, bro. Duh.
I don't think Volk has a chance. I mean, Volk has a chance, but I don't.
Hammer.
I don't
Makhachev.
think it's worth betting on him.
Hammer.
It's
What if I were to tell you that Volkanovski's going to be like
Hammer.
plus 260?
Hammer Makhachev.
I mean, it's worth a sprinkle, but I don't see how he wins.
Zero.
The only way he wins is if he defends takedowns. That's the only way that you can even say, because Makhachev getting him to the ground is going to submit Volkanovski. That's
He's
what's gonna
small.
happen.
He's small, and I know that he used to be a rugby player, and he bulked up. I get that, but when you're in the ring with somebody who's normally 155 and who trains like that all year round, and you fight at the belt at like 20 or like 10 pounds lighter or whatever it is, and you like that weight,
matchup.
It's a great matchup for the champ at the heavier weight.
You have a guy like Makhachev that's going to step into the octagon at the time of the fight, barring they both make weight. And we know that Volkanovski's most likely going to make weight, but Makhachev had difficulty making weight for this fight. Just saying. So barring they both make weight, Makhachev and Volkanovski at 155, Makhachev is going to step into the ring 2 days later, time of the fight, 172, 173. Like he's gonna get 15 pounds. Volkanovski is gonna step into the ring at 160, 162. So there's gonna be a good 10-pound difference. You know, does that make a whole hell of a lot of difference? Kind of when you're talking about a wrestler like Makhachev who uses his weight.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing I will say in favor of Volkanovski. Volkanovski has not fought someone that is the same size as him or smaller since getting to the UFC. Every single fight he's fought against has been bigger guys. Heavier, not really, but taller, lankier guys, for sure. He beat Max Holloway 3 times. You know, Max is 5 inches taller and has a 7-inch reach advantage on Volkanovski. He beat him 3 times. So, you know, that is something Volk has going for him. He's fought in this type of scenario. He just hasn't fought wrestlers.
Brian Ortega is kind of a big dude.
Brian Ortega is a big dude. Again, 3-inch height advantage and like 4 or 5-inch reach advantage. Volk is small for featherweight. He's just fucking wide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ortega got him in some deep chokes, man. He did. And I'm not comparing the wrestling and jiu-jitsu of Makhachev to Ortega.
That was locked in, bro.
Makhachev is better on the ground. Ortega he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu though. And Makhachev was talking shit about black belts, whatever. But like, you know, I don't think Volkanovski is going to be able to get submitted as easily as some of these other guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe 5-round fight, maybe decision.
No
If it
way.
goes to decision, I think Volk wins. I think Makhachev has to finish Volkanovski to get him out of there.
You're right. Definitely.
Have we ever what is the deepest Makhachev has ever gone into a fight?
I'm sure it's not very long.
I want to say he had a 3-round finish earlier in his career. I don't think it's happened anytime recently.
No.
He went into the 4th round with Thiago Moises. And yeah, that's it. So he's actually gone to a couple decisions. He beat
A 3rd round.
Davi Ramos. He beat Nick Lentz. That's a decent win back in the day. Nick Lentz was okay. Chris Wade, again, decent win. So he's gone to 3 decisions and 1 time in the 4th round.
A lot of submissions.
Mm-hmm.
A couple TKOs sprinkled in there too.
And then you look at Volkanovski, just 5th round, 4th round, 5th round, 5th round, 5th round, 3-round decisions.
So many decisions.
So he can stay in there. We know that. Makhachev, I'm not. I think that
Makachev's finishing him.
Yeah.
No question.
We just
It's
saw it.
happening.
We
It's
just saw the
happening.
stats.
Yeah.
We just saw the
You know what?
stats.
It's like almost like a similar fight with Charles because I feel like Charles has really good jiu-jitsu too.
Mhm.
And Makhachev just put him on the ground and arm and neck choked him, bro.
Here's the thing.
As soon as he got a hold of him, he
I
just
know, he's
squeezed him, and that was
beat
it.
him, bro.
He
He's
was
beating him.
done.
Here's the thing. And this was talked about leading up to UFC 280 a lot. Charles Oliveira
He's beating his ass.
is somewhat, at times when he gets in bad situations, and I hate using this terminology because I think the world of Charles Oliveira, but Charles Oliveira can be a quitter. Like, he's tapped multiple times in his career. He's lost multiple times in his career. You know what I mean? And I hate using that because it sounds terrible. And
belt though.
But listen, Makhachev had him in that arm triangle for like a second, and Oliveira tapped.
He was
Because he
beating
had
him up
him.
the whole
I
time.
get that. No, I totally get
What
that.
should he wait 2 more? Like,
Well,
should
if
he
you
wait-
think about
how
the
much
fact,
longer? Hang on, no. Let me ask you.
He
How
was
much
putting
longer
him to
should he
sleep.
wait?
I can't answer that. But what I'm
I don't
saying,
know.
but what I'm saying is Volkanovski was in a mounted guillotine by a
That's-
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt for
Bro.
over 15 seconds.
Bro, if he was in an armbar for 15 seconds, it's completely different if you're in a
The
guillotine.
weight
for
classes
15
make a
seconds.
difference. I feel like I don't know.
I'm with you guys. I think that Makhachev
Yeah, I'm with-
probably will win. I think, but I'm closer. I got Makhachev winning like 60-40. It sounds like you guys are like 85-15.
Oh, I'm 95-5.
Right.
I'm 80-20.
No,
Right.
I'm 80
I'm closer. I'm like 60-40.
It's a guaranteed win.
I
I think it's a
I'm a
guarantee,
fucking
though.
Volk fan though. I am a
I am a
fucking
huge Volk fan. I hope he goes in there and I hope he beats the
And-
shit out of him.
And if this
Honestly.
matters, I don't know if it does.
It does
It's
matter.
in Australia.
It does matter.
It's in Australia.
It does matter.
And guess what? Makhachev is still he's wiping the floor with his ass.
Still kicking
He's
his
gonna
ass.
By the
wipe
way, while
floor
we're
with him in
talking
front
about
of
this card,
everybody.
While we're talking about this card is going to be a banger already. You got
It is a
Makhachev
banger.
Volkanovski for the champ status title fight. You have an interim title fight between Yair Rodriguez, Josh Emmett. That will be a striking masterclass. Someone's getting put out in that fight.
Yeah,
I think
Rodriguez
that fight
is
will
winning.
be way more exciting
I
and
got-
will be the fight of the night.
Yair Rodriguez,
compared
one of the best
to-
kickboxers, one of the best kickers in the UFC. Josh Emmett throws fucking bombs.
Guess
Josh
what,
Emmett
though?
throws
Guess
haven't
what,
really
though?
seen him
Guess
fight
what?
that much, but
When that lead leg,
he's
when
one of
that
those
lead
guys
leg
that
is
just came
hurt,
back too. He was gone for
Shit.
2 years, and he had a decision victory over Calvin Kattar that people said Kattar probably should
Could
have
have
won.
won, yeah.
Yeah, it was really close.
That sucks.
Whitaker-
if he hurts that lead leg, he can't throw those
Who?
haymakers.
If Yair
Yeah.
does,
Yeah,
true, very
I
true.
got Yair Rodriguez, dude.
And
I love Yair.
actually, now
I like
that
him a lot.
I'm happy
Hammer,
that you
hammer.
just said that, I'm going to finish this point. But there was something on leg kicks in Adesanya Pereira I want to talk about after this. But the card UFC 284 also has Robert Whitaker versus Paulo Costa, another Aussie Robert Whitaker on the card,
Banger.
and Kai Kara France versus Alex Perez. Kai flyweights. So I'm just saying, Dan Hooker's probably going to be on this card too.
Danny Hook.
This is going to be a good card. This is going to be a real Tai Tuivasa. Oh wait, no, Tai Tuivasa's in December actually. Never mind.
Who do you guys got? This is lead it in, and maybe we'll just make some bets and some parlays with the other. I'm not gonna take them. I'm not gonna bet them, but for the peeps, I'll do it for the people, bro. I'm for the people. Who do you guys got? Derek Lewis or Sergey Spivak?
Dude, I have done almost zero research on this.
No, just who do you got right now?
Oh, why did? Hold on.
What do you got?
Fucking cameras went out. Hold on. Boomer live.
And we're back, people.
And here we are. Okay.
Yes.
Excuse the technical
there we
difficulties.
are.
What were you just saying, Garf?
I don't remember. Oh, Sergey Spivak or
So I've done like no research for this fight.
Derek Lewis. Yeah, just who, where, when, and how.
All right, let's take a look at Spivak real quick. What's he been saying? So Spivak has won 4 of his last 5. He beat Augusto Sakai and Greg Hardy, 2 stand-up specialists, similar to Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis obviously has harder hands, but Hardy and Sakai are close to Derek Lewis. His only loss was to Tom Aspinall.
Derek Lewis.
And how did he lose to Tom Aspinall?
No, not
Let's check that out.
I got dude. Derek Lewis.
Was it early on though, or was it late in the fight?
I think Lewis is worth.
He got knocked out in the first round.
Oh my god! By an
and
elbow?
I want to say, it wasn't even a takedown either. It was just a fucking elbow. One thing I will see is that 4 of his last 5 fights have been a knockout. His only loss, or his only non-knockout, was against Oleksiy Oleinik, who is a criminally consistent decision guy.
Criminal.
And he's fighting Derek Lewis. The over-under is definitely going to be 1.5. Definitely, right? Check this out. Is it even on here yet? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, it's a 5-round fight. That's right. Derek Lewis now plus 170, Spivak minus 200.
What? It's a 5-round fight?
Bro, I don't understand why that fight's so far apart.
Oh my god.
Fight to go the distance. Yes, plus 450.
No way. That's not going the distance. 5 rounds?
I just like seeing. No, there's no way.
Imagine you signed up for a fight, but
That is
where
crazy.
one of us is fucking getting knocked out.
Derek Lewis by knockout plus 200 is pretty good odds for Derek Lewis knockout. What's round? What
but
are we
just
saying
plus
for round betting?
170, bro.
Spivak round 2 plus 500, like that a lot. Derek Lewis round 2 plus 850.
I like that even more. I like that a little more.
Is Derek Lewis going to win though? That is the thing.
Dude.
Derek Lewis has been on a fucking skid, bro.
Yeah, but Sergey Spivak beats Greg Hardy. We're really comparing. Okay.
Does D. Lewis beat
comparing-
Tom Aspinall?
Greg Hardy to
Huh?
fucking
Does
Derek
D.
Lewis.
Lewis beat Tom Aspinall?
No.
So, I don't know.
We're very big fans of Tom Aspinall though.
Really?
Very big. I think if he fucked up his leg against Curtis Blades last time.
ACL, I think.
If that didn't happen, I think he beat Blades. And I think we're talking about Tom Aspinall with Ngannou, Jones, and Miocic and Gane. I think he's right up there. I really do. Because look, I mean, Blades is the number 3 contender right now. And if Aspinall beats him, he takes number 3.
Yeah.
With the fucking momentum he was on, with the British tidal wave that came over the UFC this year, he could be above Miocic.
Yeah.
So you got, and he's an all-around fighter too. He has jiu-jitsu, he has ground game, he has striking. He's super quick. Like he's a 245-pound heavyweight that moves like middleweight.
Yeah.
Big fan of Tom Aspinall.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude, I think Derek Lewis has a very good chance. So I think he's gonna pull off the upset. He's got to knock him out, obviously.
I would say this though. This fight very much reminds me of his last fight against Sergey Pavlovich. And Pavlovich was right at the same spot. He was like number 13 ranked. Didn't have a lot of great wins. Like, look at Pavlovich. His last couple wins were Abdurakhimov, who's a fucking nobody now, who's dropped to number 15 for being number 9 at the beginning of the year. Abdurakhimov, Malcolm Green, and Golm. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Who is that?
Exactly. So you got a guy like that for
A fucking
Pavlovich.
garden gnome.
You got the guy like that for Pavlovich, who it was like, oh, Derek Lewis is coming off 2 good losses. Like, he's definitely going to beat this guy. And then he gets fucked up. So I think it's a very, like, look, Derek Lewis is going to live or die by the sword. So he's going to go out there. He's going to throw bangers. The fight's going to be over in 2 rounds.
Maybe, or you can sit back and wait, dude. And this fight's boring as fuck. Like Curtis Blades, dude.
We should look at Sergey Spivak.
Curtis-
We should look how much pressure Spivak does. Because if
Yeah.
Spivak is a guy that forces pressure, like Pavlovich, like Tai Tuivasa, like Derek Lewis, then it's going to be over quick. If Spivak kind of waits his time, if he goes for takedowns, maybe Spivak does go for takedowns. Okay, Spivak's going to win. Spivak goes for
He's gonna win.
takedowns. Derek Lewis is not great against takedowns. His takedown defense is 55%. That's okay.
Oh.
That's actually better than what I thought it'd be.
Really?
Yeah, takedown defense, like an average takedown defense is 65%.
Yeah.
So for a heavyweight, it's a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
So that's actually better than what I thought it would be. But you got Sergey Spivak, who this guy's a good wrestler.
It looks like he's throwing out like a bunch of them.
78. So you got Derek Lewis with a 1-inch reach advantage. I don't know. What is has Spivak ever gotten a submission? He did get a submission against Tai Tuivasa. What's Spivak by submission looking like? What is this? Plus 260? That's under 1.5 at minus 115.
That's a good one.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one. That's a sweaty one.
That's
What's
very
under 2.5?
Sweaty.
Huh?
What's under 2.5?
Minus 240.
God.
Damn.
Is that worth throwing 240 on though? I mean, like, I think it might be, honestly.
No. Too much.
No,
for
you
sweat.
want no way, bro. Fuck that. You
Too
want
much
fucking
for
sweat
sweat.
that shit.
I'm gonna add this to the parlays.
I'm still surprised the over didn't hit on the Poirier Chandler fight. It was so close.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was probably like 30 seconds off, wasn't it?
It was so close.
No
bro.
shit. I didn't even think about
We
that.
were sweating that. I was sweating that.
Did you
so
guys
bad.
have the over?
I put $50 on it. I would have paid me $150.
I had the fight to go the distance,
Yeah,
and that would have been a great. I had
No.
Poirier by decision and the fight to go the distance.
that's what
If
I
that
had too.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about that. If that happened, that would have been like another 180 in my pocket.
That would have been lit.
I gotta grab my charger real quick.
Oh my god, I would have been so happy.
Yeah, I didn't really have that good of a night because of Reyes, dude.
I know he boned me too on pretty much all my parlays.
Boned.
Thank God
Boned.
for Chris Gutierrez by knockout.
Oh,
Dude.
thank God for that too.
I said this after the fight,
I wish I would have put. You were spitting that. That would get hard.
dude. Like, I said before the fight too. Like, I put in 3.5, whatever I did, and I'm skipping so much, dude. This is terrible. I had put down 3 units. I had 50 left, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put Gutierrez by knockout like 25, and then I'm gonna find like 2 or 3 other big parlays, see if I win something. And I'm just like, nah, fuck it. Like, Gutierrez is gonna win by knockout. I'm just putting all my money on it, and it hit in the first round. Like, I knew it was going to. Edgar got knocked out twice before. He's 41 in his last fight, coming up against a guy that's like in the come up. Oh, I wish I had put more on
It
that.
was written all over the wall, man, and we had it. You
And I
had
gotta
it,
say,
bro.
the podcast before the pay-per-view. So the pay-per-view was what, like the
Yeah.
11th? Podcast before like the 8th or whatever. We were talking about the pod bet that we usually do.
Mhm.
And what it was going to be, this was the pod bet. I was going to put like 100, like a unit or 2 units on Poirier, Gutierrez, and Puelles. And I don't know if you remember the Puelles fight. The guy that went for 6 Imanari rolls. And he almost fucking had one in the first round. He was
did.
really close.
He was very
If he
close.
got that, I would have fucking been crying like a baby because I had him by submission for a lot of money. I put a lot of money on him by submission.
Mhm.
So if I would have done that, I would have lost everything. And then the day before, me and him were talking about it. He's like, nah, fuck it. What we should do is be smart about this. Like, Poirier's all right. Like, Reyes should hit. And we were in agreement. You know, hindsight's 2020, but we were in agreement like Reyes should hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you did this, but I put a unit on Reyes and Gutierrez and Poirier and Gutierrez.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God we did that because I ended up making some of my money back. I didn't break even.
I didn't do that.
But if I would have done the pod bet, I would have been so mad. Oh my God, I would have been so pissed. I looked at my tickets afterwards, and if Reyes had won his fight, I lost like $20 overall. So, you know, chalk it up to having a fun night. Whatever, $20 is worth it. If Reyes had won, I would have made like profit $800. Because all of my 5 parlays would have hit, except for one that had Puelas on it. So, fucking Dominic Reyes, man.
Dude, Puelas, that was a bad pick.
That was terrible, dude.
That was such a bad pick.
And I can't believe, like, I thought that his stand-up would be okay. I thought it would be not terrible. It was awful. I went for
scared.
6 Imanari rolls.
He looked scared. And Dan Hooker's
a good striker.
He is a good striker.
But he's not a fantastic striker anymore.
He's coming off at, 3 losses?
No, I think he only had 1 loss because he had an easy fight in the middle of it or something.
Really? Who did he fight in the middle?
Oh no, he had 2 losses in a row, and then he beat Nasrat Haqparast. If you look at those 3 losses, though, Mike Chandler, Makachev, and Arnold Allen, again, 3 good losses.
Very, very good contenders.
Like, Hooker fights great people. He does. And then he fights Claudio Puelas. It just, the matchup looks so great because Hooker's a stand-up specialist that doesn't have any real wrestling and jiu-jitsu credentials. And this Puelas guy was coming off 3 submissions.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he's going to fucking win. So, you know. City Kickboxing did pretty well. They did do pretty well. They had 3 wins and 2 losses.
I was going to talk about that, but their 2 losses were kind of big, though, no?
Brad Riddell lost to Renato Moicano. Brad Riddell, after being one of the biggest prospects in the lightweight division, has now lost 3 in a row, finished all 3 times. He needs to take some time off. He needs to fucking go back to the drawing board.
Wow. Tell him how it is, Zach.
He does. He needs to figure something out. He needs to go to a division change. I don't know if you need to find a new camp. Like, if you're from Australia, Eugene Bankman in City Kickboxing is one of the best camps. Like, it really is. Like, okay, yeah, Adesanya fucking lost. But everybody else, like, you got savages in there. You got Carlos Ulberg, who's going to make a push for light heavyweight rankings soon. He had a knockout win.
Yeah.
You had Dan Hooker, who faced kind of a scrub in Puelas. He got a win. Impressive win. He fucked up Puelas. I can't remember the third guy, but then Brad Riddell fought Moicano. Moicano's a dangerous guy, and he got subbed in a fight that Riddell was never really in. Moicano fucked him up start to finish. And Adesanya won the fight for 4.5 rounds and then got caught. You know, in that camp, you also have Volkanovski. You also have Kai Kara France. Like, that is an amazing camp. Brad Riddell just doesn't fit in because he's getting his ass whooped lately. I'm sorry. He is. He is. He really is. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to continue talking about UFC 281. We're going to start talking about UFC 282 coming up in just 3 short weeks on December 10th.
Yes, sir.
We are going to get into more betting coming up in the next couple weeks, including December 3rd, 3 weeks from now, which is the card of the year to bet on. And we're going to talk about why. I'm glad Steve can join us because we talked about this yesterday. We're going to continue talking about that now. But for right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back after a quick commercial on Fans Only Sports.
Let's go.
And boom, we're back. So we're gonna continue talking about UFC. There's a couple things I want to get out of the way though, because you guys just reminded me of this.
Hurry up.
And it is. Did you
Hurry
get the?
up.
Sorry, excuse me for wasting everybody's time. Did you get the text I sent you before you got here?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Have you heard, Steve? Because we talked about this yesterday. Have you heard about this upcoming week's game between the Bills and the Browns in Buffalo? You heard anything about it?
Oh,
No.
yeah, you told me this.
Buffalo
I remember
is
now.
expected to get
6 feet.
2 feet of snow.
6 feet.
During the game?
Like before the game. Like it's
Before
going to
the
have
game.
2 feet of snow on the field for the game. So me being the knowledgeable, intellectual, forward-thinking, general delinquent better than I am, went to the bookie 3 days ago, and fucking hammered the under for that game. Under 41.5.
No.
Hammered it. Put a lot of money down. Almost put 2 units down. Comes out today, and they say, oh, you know what? There's going to be too much snow. We're going to change this game in Buffalo, and we're going to put it in Detroit, where there's not going to be any snow. I am furious.
Yeah, I was going to go put the bet
I
in.
was like, I'm awesome. Like, fucking A, this is why we study. This is why we pay attention to shit.
Mm.
Like, I did the math. I looked at the last couple times because Buffalo has had multiple games over the last couple seasons where they have a lot of snow because it's Buffalo and they get a lot of snow.
Yeah.
And, like, the last 3 games were all 15-7 and 8-3 and, like, ridiculous games. Not only that, but in games like that in the snow, you run the ball, right?
You're not throwing.
And the Browns have a good running game, and the Browns were plus 300. So I also took a parlay with the under and the Browns, and I got great odds for it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I put fucking 2 units down on this game, but I really like these bets. And then they fucking changed the venue on me.
Yeah.
Pissed. So
Yeah, but both teams are away
pissed.
now. I kind of like the under for the game, you know?
pissed.
I still
Maybe
think
it'll
the under
still
hits.
hit.
Fucking better, man. It fucking better. I don't know how the NFL can do this. I don't know how they can advertise for, like, is it not the NFL working with bookies to try to fuck over people like me that were forward thinkers and went to the casino and bet on this shit early?
Yes.
100% is.
Definitely.
They were like, hey, let's call up Detroit real quick. Hey, Ford Field. So we've had $10 million in bets on the under for this game. Within 3 days, the over-under went from 43.5 to 38.
You dropped 5 points. That's awful. That's crazy.
I'm so mad at this. I'm so mad. Not only that, but I had them on parlays too. Like I had this under. I had like 250 in bets that I put. Maybe damn near all of them has the under in this game. So NFL, you're not watching, but if you're watching, fuck you and your desire to fuck over the good-hearted, clean-natured, well-respected, loving bettors as myself that are just trying to make a living. We're just trying to make some money, and we're doing it legally, and you're still fucking us over. So fuck you, NFL, and your fucking Buffalo Bills and stupid bullshit. Anyway, I just had to get that out of the way. So yeah, that game's gonna be in Detroit. We're Browns fans this week, just saying. So back to UFC. UFC 282 is gearing up for December 10th, last pay-per-view of the year. Yuri Prohaska defends his belt, his first title defense, in a rematch of one of the fights of the year against Glover Teixeira. That's going to be a banger.
It's going to be a banger.
Co-main event for that, by the way, is Paddy Pimblett, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's Ankalaev versus Blachowicz. Ankalaev versus Blachowicz in basically what is a light heavyweight tournament, which I really like. Like, the winner of the title fight is going to win the winner of the co-main event for the title fight next year. I think that's great. I think Ankalaev's going to win. I think Prochazka versus Ankalaev is a really great fight next year. But before we get to UFC 282, we do have a card we got to talk about. And this card, we originally started talking about a couple weeks ago because I noticed, like, holy shit, this is a crazy card. And then we ended up on Twitter Spaces with Nico Price and UFE, who Nico Price is fighting on this card.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it even more. And it's a It's a
Which
crazy
he will
card.
be talking tonight.
It's a crazy fucking card, bro.
He will be talking tonight.
For a fight night, we have Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Anytime Kevin Holland fights, it's a great fight, right? We have Brian Barberena, who had a ridiculous battle this year with Robbie Lawler's and shout for fight of the year. It's like maybe going to make top 10s, but it was a great fight. Versus Rafael Dos Anjos. We have Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich, a top 5 fight in the heavyweight division. That's like the 4th fight from the top of the card. We have Derek Brunson versus Jack Hermanson, a top 10 middleweight fight that's on the prelims. This is all on a fucking fight night. We have a top 15 women's flyweight fight between Tracy Cortez and Amanda Ribas.
Oh my god.
Darren Elkins is coming back. Clay Guida's coming back.
Dude.
Michael Johnson's coming back.
Dude.
Nico Price is fighting.
Dude, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I'm just like my mind right now. I'm just like, where am I? Where am I?
I can appreciate the sarcasm and the humor behind it, but you agree with me that this is a ridiculous card for a
I'm
fight
just I have no words.
Fight night.
I have
for
no
a
words.
fight night.
For a fight night, bro.
And you know what the best part about this fight night is?
Yeah,
You ready for this, Steve?
yeah.
Kevin Holland versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
I am
I know.
hammering.
What do
Kevin
you
Holland.
think about that fight?
I love that fight. I
Who-
love Wonderboy Thompson, but I do think Kevin Holland gets one.
Kevin Holland is minus 120.
I think it's wicked close.
5 units.
We are
No.
really thinking about
Oh my
putting
God.
racks on this card.
5.
Seriously, we really
You know,
are.
guys.
Has the line changed?
I'm
Has
looking left.
The line
I'm looking
changed?
right. You know, no one's crossing the road. I'm about to cross
The line is not
road.
changed.
You know, I'm
Same.
taking Kevin Holland, dude.
Plus 100.
Kevin Holland is minus 120, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight came out and Holland was like minus 250. Like I really thought he would be a huge favorite.
I might have to hammer.
I think
this.
Kevin. Oh, I forgot to mention this to you. Kevin Holland has a 6-inch reach advantage in this fight, by the way.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I knew he was big for
Gotta
the
put
division,
1,000
but
on it.
damn.
Dude, like we really might put the fucking Brinks truck on this fucking guy. By the way, Tai Tuivasa is on this card and he's plus
the
135
Brinks
against
truck.
Sergey
The
Pavlovich.
I'm putting the fucking Brinks truck on this. That dude.
That don't love.
10 units. I'm paying for Christmas. Let's go.
That's
Santa.
what I mean. I need to get some Christmas
I'm
money.
Santa. I'm Santa.
Yuri Prohaska was minus 200.
You
Minus
are
210
down bad
now.
if he loses, though. You're
Yeah,
down
you.
tremendous.
That's the problem.
You are having
He's
coal
not
in your
gonna
stocking,
lose, bro. He's
You're-
not gonna lose.
You're getting fucking dill pickles in your stocking, bro. You ain't getting nothing.
You're getting toothbrush and some toothpaste. That's
Yeah.
all you get.
Toothbrush and
Couple floss
fucking
picks.
candy.
A
too.
little chocolate
Clean your
orange.
teeth out.
That's Drapo family tradition. Chocolate orange on Christmas.
Chocolate orange,
Mhm.
huh?
Love that shit, dude. That is my favorite Christmas gift every year.
Interesting.
You get a chocolate orange and it's wrapped in this little orange tin foil, and you smack it against something, and all of them break apart, and you got little orange slices that come out of there. Chocolate, delicious,
I've never heard this shit.
delicious.
I've never heard.
I
this
will
shit.
get you guys one this year. I swear to God.
Oh.
Drapo Christmas tradition. It is so good. Really, I promise you.
Drapo. We have we've had 2 Christmas podcasts, right? Or just one?
We would have had to, yeah, because this is gonna be, yeah.
Yeah,
been
have a
doing this
Christmas
for-
pod every year.
Cool.
I think last year we had like a Christmas Eve pod, right? I think it was like December 24th.
Maybe I don't know.
What was that? Oh, breaking news! Aaron Judge wins AL MVP.
Wow.
Woo!
And you will never win a World Series.
Aaron Judge is not going to be a Yankee next year.
No, he's not.
The Yankees
He's
payroll.
coming to the Red Sox,
the
bro.
Yankees payroll.
He's coming to the Red Sox,
Oh,
bro.
dude, I don't think you heard that.
No way.
I don't think you heard. The Red Sox. Chris Sale
Oh no!
No.
just opted in to the back half of his contract. For the next 2 years, we will pay this man $56.5 million.
Chris Sale, you're a smart man. Chris Sale, you're
Oh,
a
he's-
smart man.
Of course you would
You're
do
smart, and guess what, Red Sox? You are.
it. How many
Oh
starts has
my
Chris Sale had in the
I
last 3 seasons?
Told you, hey Zach. I'm not gonna say that I didn't say it, but I am gonna say that I did say it because I
Over
did
the last
say
2
it.
years.
We should have traded him when we won the World Series,
Yep.
and we would have got the bag for him.
Over
We
the
would've
last
got the
2
bag.
years, he has played 11 games and has made $60 million. He is making almost $6 million per game played.
To
over the
do
last 2 years.
nothing. To do nothing.
The guy's made of fucking glass, bro. He's like a feather in the wind.
Dude, last
You
year
know
was
what I
terrible,
mean?
though. Last year, that fucking sucked.
Yeah,
Do you
he
remember
did have
how
no
he-
luck? He did have no
No,
luck.
in his second start, and he did really good in his first start. He did really good. In his second start, he played the Yankees, and in the first inning, they hit a line drive right up the middle and got him on his pinky finger of his throwing hand, shattered his finger. That was it.
He's done.
Like, look at his stat. He had 3.16.18 in his last 2 years. And granted, barely any starts, but like that's still all-star material.
Dude, he didn't even have like.
Chris Sale.
Chris Snail. Chris
Sale is the
Snail.
reason we cannot afford Aaron
Chris
Judge.
Snail. He's so fucking slow at recovering, dude.
Aaron Judge.
I'm calling him Chris Snail.
Aaron Judge is gonna make the bag this year. You guys realize that, right? He's gonna make the bag.
Yeah.
How much did Mike Trout make? I think he made a $400 million contract. Right?
Yeah, but he had like I know Bryce Harper was like 13 for 390, so it's 33 million a year. But they're expecting I want to say the cap for a team to sign someone that is not originally from their team, right? Because it's like the NFL where MLB teams can sign their own players for more money than other teams can. Like the Yankees can offer him 48 million a year, but any other team can only offer him 45, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
Dude,
I
one
do
wants
know
to
that
stay
Mike
in New York.
Trout's contract is ridiculous.
Nobody wants to stay in New York. Nobody in their right mind wants to.
12-year, 426 million.
Dude, the
Bro.
Yankees are going to be so bad. Bro.
An annual average salary of 35 mil.
Mm.
Obviously, all MLB
For
contracts are
12
fully guaranteed.
Years.
35 million a year for 12 years.
What?
So Aaron Judge is expected to get 9 years for $324 million. That is the most any team besides the Yankees can sign him for. The Yankees can sign him to like 9 years, 341 mil or some shit like that. But the Yankees are already in luxury tax, which, George Steinbrenner will fucking pay. But will he pay $45 million a year in luxury tax?
The Yankees
No.
are gonna
No
suck,
way,
bro. Yankees
bro.
are gonna suck, bro.
The Yankees got Garrett Cole. They have Anthony
Garrett
Rizzo.
Cole's-
They have Joey Gallo, Giancarlo Stanton. Like they have 4 $30 million contracts a year.
It's fucking stupid.
It's ridiculous.
So stupid.
They gotta
have-
get rid of Stan.
They have 4 players. They do need to get rid of Stanton. You know what? No, keep him. Fuck the Yankees. Keep Stanton.
Yeah.
They have 4, not including Aaron Judge. They have 4 players that are getting 30 mil a year. The Tampa Bay Rays complete team payroll last year was $42 million. And the Yankees have 4 players of over 30 mil plus a year. Baseball sucks. By the way, the Rays were in the fucking World Series last year with $42 million, and the Yankees fucking weren't. Just saying. They were either in I think they might have only made the AL pennant. I think they were in the ALCS. Or they were in the World Series. But yeah.
Still.
Fuck the Yankees.
That's
Red
so
Sox.
crazy,
Red
dude.
Sox aren't going back, bro. Not with
Not
Chris
for
Sale
a
on the books.
long time.
Yeah, it's
Xander-
alright. We're gonna be done paying Pablo Sandoval soon too. So.
Oh, we are done with Pablo.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, I think this year was the first year we didn't. But
That
Bogey's gone too.
dude, that was the worst trade ever in the history of Red Sox, bro. Getting Pablo Sandoval was so fucking bad.
Speaking of worst trades ever,
so bad.
the worst trade, in my opinion,
Eating
the worst
that cat.
trade, the second worst trade ever in NFL history was this year for Deshaun Watson, I believe. The amount of capital that the Browns gave up to the Texans. The Browns gave up 3 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 fourths, and a 5th next year, right? For Deshaun Watson.
Who can't play football, right?
This is the last week he can't play. I just wanted to bring that back to point. After this week, Deshaun Watson will be the starting quarterback for the Browns.
Dude, they gave up.
3 firsts, 2 seconds,
Dude.
2 fourths, and a 5th.
That is so crazy.
That's
Here's the
bag.
thing. Here's the
That
thing.
is the bag, bro.
That is the bag.
Here's the thing.
That is awesome.
They also immediately signed him because to make a sign and trade like that, you gotta sign him. 5 years, $205 million, $41 million a year for Deshaun Watson.
And this is why Bill Belichick is the greatest football coach of all time.
Now I would be amiss if I didn't say that next year. Listen, Deshaun Watson,
Bro,
he's not worth that.
next year.
Nobody's
They're
worth
screwed.
But
For
Deshaun
5
Watson,
years.
no, Deshaun Watson is going to be a good quarterback in the Browns. I will say that.
Yeah, we'll see.
And they have a really good running back too. So,
They have a great and they have right. Yeah,
His hands down.
But let's talk about Deshaun Watson real quick. Houston Texans, mind you.
That's bad.
Now he did have Nuke. What the fuck's his name? DeAndre Hopkins. He had DeAndre Hopkins for a while. But
Did he?
on the Texans, look at these stats.
Wow.
Like 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks, 70% completion percentage. Really good. 26 touchdowns a year, 4,000 yards a year. Really good. Not to mention his running game on the Houston Texans. He's still 27 years old. This guy is good. He's very good. And he's coming back to the Browns. I just think that's interesting. The Cleveland Browns next week in Deshaun Watson's first game are at home versus
At the Bills. Okay, this shit is so scripted, bro. This shit is the most scripted the NFL's ever fucking been.
Well, this is what
NFL
no.
scripts
No,
this
no, no, no.
out. to a
This game
fucking
he's not
T.
playing. He's not playing this game.
Oh.
This is the game that got fucking moved to Detroit.
Oh.
This is a bullshit game. No.
Under.
Next week,
I'm under.
Next
it.
week,
I'm under
Deshaun
it.
Watson is in his first game back at home, and it's against the Texans.
Hey, I'm glad I didn't.
By the way, the Texans come to Cleveland for Deshaun Watson's first game. Just saying.
might be worth a watch.
Just saying.
Might be worth a watch.
I want to go see a Bruins games.
The Browns suck, huh? 3-6.
Dude, the brute.
They are not.
Dude,
very
fuck
good.
the football. All right, fuck the football.
Fuck the football. Fuck the football.
Nah,
Okay. Fuck
dude,
the football.
Bruins
Look
right
at more of
now.
the card. I'm gonna look at the odds.
For this weekend or for
Yeah.
December 3rd?
No, the fight night. Yeah, December 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't care about this weekend. I'm not putting anything down this weekend.
I think
Tai
we.
Tuivasa,
I think
Sergey
we
Pavlovich
should.
is going to be a banger, bro.
I think we
Yeah, it
should.
is.
I think we should put something down this weekend.
We talked about it. I don't want to. And Zetchukwu is the only one that I would.
That's the one.
I
Only
don't,
one.
I don't really want to.
Is that your first round?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh,
that.
third round.
Yeah,
third
third
round.
round was what do you want? I'm not going to do a lot for that. If anything, I'm going to do Zetchukwu and Holland. And
You know, I'm checking right, checking left.
at the same
Right.
time, I'd rather just make the easy money, and I'd rather just straight bet Holland.
I just want to say, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
Fuck the football.
Rodgers.
Fuck the football.
I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about Aaron effing Rodgers.
Okay.
So Aaron Rodgers
Peyote.
is 31-12. 31-12. 72%. You know, I'm a numbers guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like those
It's
numbers.
going to be Thursday night.
72% all-time spread in games played in 32 degrees or under. This dude loves playing in the cold.
He does.
He loves the brisk feeling in his lungs.
Likes the cold.
Is Aaron Rodgers turning up?
Well, he had a great game against the Cowboys. But then again, if you check Aaron Rodgers' Wikipedia page, it does say that he is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. That's not a lie. Right now, his Wikipedia says he is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, which I think is funny. He beats them every year, bro. He beats the Cowboys every year.
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's a savage. He's a ladies' man. You know, he did ayahuasca. He was on Sunday Conversation with Kayla Presley.
The best Sunday conversation.
You
ever see those Sunday conversations?
He
Bro,
is
so
a
funny.
good dude. He's
Explain
a good
to me
celebrity.
explain to me what insurance is. It's kind of like
It's kind of like
drafting a backup quarterback in the first round, just in case. So fucking funny.
Jordan Love.
What percentage of the time would you say you're in flow? Do you think that's conflict of interest, being that she's with Progressive?
Dude, I forgot he was with State Farm. Him and State Farm.
State Farm is the
is-
monopoly.
State Farm is shilling out.
Mhm.
They are paying Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, bro, just to be in fucking commercials with
Facts.
Jake from State Farm.
Right.
Jake from State Farm has the best job in the world.
Dude,
He has Patrick Mahomes' number
he must get
and
tickets.
Aaron Rodgers.
He must get tickets.
Oh, dude.
Definitely.
Oh,
Bro, imagine that.
VIP.
dude, he's getting
That. Box seats.
VIP of VIP. He's getting like he's getting
the only thing
limo
is he has
there.
to wear khakis to the games.
Hot tub
In the
in
red
the
shirt.
VIP section. Like
Hot
no one,
tub in
no,
the VIP during
nobody
the game.
knows this room exists in the stadium. This is what he's getting.
It's a secret.
It's a secret room. You know, they go beneath the fucking stadium. It's a 5-star Michelin restaurant. You know, they got poker going on. They got other shit going
What
on.
people
got
don't know-
dice
What
rolling,
What people don't know is the
baccarat.
field is one-way glass, so you're underneath the field and you can look up and see the game.
See right
You can
through
see the fucking
turf.
worms from the fucking field.
Yep.
Eating the grass.
And they have ayahuasca down there.
They do.
I don't know how you pronounce that. Is it ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
No. You said it wrong again.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Aaron Rodgers is
Ayahuasca.
not having a great
Aaron
season.
Rodgers, listen, Aaron, you never doubt
Are the Packers bad?
Aaron Rodgers.
The Packers had a great win this weekend. They beat the Cowboys, but they went on a fucking 6-game
Aaron
losing
Rodgers.
So are they bad? Come
Aaron
on.
Rodgers.
It's tough to say they're bad.
Tom Brady.
On paper, they should be good, but they haven't played up to their standards.
Brady.
But they're getting into the part of the season that they usually do good at.
You
Tom-
think they're gonna make the playoffs?
Tom Brady divorced, sued, and bankrupt. He is
Done.
All
so
he
down
has is
bad.
football.
Oh, he has
All
his
he
football.
has is football.
You know, he's saying he was going to
Football.
retire. No, this
He's-
motherfucker's
He's
dying
2-0 since being
on the
divorced, by
field,
the way.
bro.
Tom Brady is 2-0 since being divorced.
Yeah, he's 2-0 from after being bankrupt too. So
I
he's
think he's
like,
only 1-0 after being bankrupt.
Zach,
Do the
Zach,
Bucks have a bye this
he's
week?
2-0 since he
Bucks do have a
realizes
bye
he
this
needs
week.
money. You know,
Celtics 11-3, best in the NBA.
The Celtics look very good this year.
Celtics are winning it. Celtics winning it.
the fuck MVP.
Bruins are winning
It's
it.
Tatum and Luca.
Red Sox are not winning it.
I don't know.
And
I
the Pats are not winning it.
You think it's Celtics and Bruins year this year?
I mean, I really hope so.
Me too.
Hang on.
Boston would be lit.
What's that parlay? What's that on a parlay?
What the?
Celtics and Bruins.
Can we do that on a parlay?
I don't think so.
Pretty
To
sure.
win the
Pretty
chip.
sure. Pretty sure.
Futures. Let's check. Boston to win the NBA championship
Plus 500. Kind of don't like that.
and the Bruins. You cannot combine those odds in a parlay. But we can see what the odds would be. So
All right. See
Bruins-
you, everybody. I'm out.
the Bruins are plus 800.
801.
The Celtics are plus 500.
See you later.
So what is
I'm out.
what is a plus 500 and a plus 800
Yep.
parlay look like?
Steve was like, "What the fuck?"
500 and 800. What are we looking at? We're looking at plus 5,300.
I would put 500 on that.
You put 500 on that? You would put 500 beans, simoleons onto this
500.
to
Bro,
win
I would
$26,000.
I would lose my shit.
What
I
is,
would
uh,
lose my shit. I'm freaking out that whole series, bro. Like, we're having a
What is the
party for every
Patriots-
game.
What's the
like,
Patriots' future?
What
What do you think the Patriots odds to win?
Sure.
The Patriots are not winning the Super Bowl this year.
No,
What do you think?
Very, very, very.
plus 5, 20,000.
Where are they at?
Plus 520
Plus 520,000, plus 5,000.
5,000.
All right, so let's just for shits and gigs, let's just add a plus 5,000 onto this as
Oh
well.
my god.
500 beans.
1 million? 1 million? Oh my god.
All right, so
200
the odds,
quarter milli, bro.
the odds
A
are
little
plus
over a quarter million.
275,300.
275,000.
Wow.
Is that worth?
Sportsbook would have a tough time paying you that much.
Is that worth?
All cash. I want it
all
all
cash.
cash. I want to cut it out in front of me.
Right now.
And I want it brought out to my car for me.
Immediately.
Yeah, I want it in an unmarked duffel.
Yeah, and then I
you
want the
guys-
cops following me to my
Right.
house, bro. I want
No, I want the cops following me to my bank. Fuck going to the house.
I'm not putting that in the bank, bro.
You're not putting that in the bank.
You
You
need
just put it
to
under
pay
your
tax.
mattress.
These fucking
Not like the
tax.
government.
You gotta pay tax for it either way. You're
Yeah,
taking it
I
out of the
know, but
casino.
You
You
paid a
gotta
lot
pay
of
cash.
tax, bro.
You're taking it out of the casino. You gotta pay tax.
Zach,
They're gonna file it.
yeah, but you can if you were to do it in the long run, like do it every like couple years, like you wouldn't get taxed as much.
I
Dude,
think
I'm not trying to get taxed, bro.
Well,
Dude, I'll
Al
fucking-
Capone over here.
I will. I'll
Jesus
fucking
fucking Christ, this
Dude.
guy.
I will fucking start an underground fucking bank. I don't care. I got enough
Would you
cash.
put 500 on it? There's
That's
a
what I
mil.
mean.
There's a
1.3 mil.
There's a milli.
1.4. We'll round it up.
Would you tip anybody on your way out?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm actually.
You're not tipping the cops?
None.
No
Zero.
way.
You think the cops?
I'm not tipping the.
I'm tipping the cops $20.
I'm not
each.
tipping the fucking doorman.
I'm being like, hey, make sure I get home. There's no way and I'll be like, oh, and I'll give you another 80.
You know
get
what?
Me home safe.
You know what? Once the cops escorted me, I try and tip them, and then if they accepted the money, I call the fucking police.
I'd be like,
station.
hey, they're
this guy accepted money. This guy accepted money, and I get them all fired. Because
Get them all fired.
yeah,
$100
because that's corrupt shit, bro. They probably
Jesus,
do that.
Money goes to your head. You don't even have it. Yet, does
No, I'm just not giving random people money.
it?
What is wrong with that?
You
Not letting
you
other
get
people profit off of mine.
1.4 mil in a duffel brought out to your car. You're not gonna be like, here's $100. Man.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Be like, I'm putting that in my tank, dude. I'm going home.
That's gas money, bitch.
Yeah. Fucking gas.
I need to save
I'll
I need
give
to save
you
every
100
single one of these.
I'll give you $100.
I need to save each and every one of these. I have nothing to spare.
Can I give you 100?
Would you? Damn, man.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a decent amount.
It's a lot of
Jesus
money, bro.
Christ,
Be like,
bro.
get some candy.
Put in my tank.
Nah, fuck
Put
your
it in
tank.
your tank.
Fuck my tank.
That ain't enough for you.
No, we're putting that down on some wagoos. That's what we're doing.
No, I definitely like give some people some money, dude. But like, how much would you want? If I won 1.5, we'll just keep rounding it up. 1.5. We keep rounding it up.
Right.
How
if
much?
you won 1.5
how much do
mil,
you think I should
how
give
much
you?
would I want?
Yeah,
I would want $237.40.
I wouldn't give you that much. I wouldn't.
Just off the top of my head.
I wouldn't give you anything.
All right, 80.
No, I'd give you. How much do you think?
$80.
That's all you want. $80.
$80.
I won 1.5 mil. I'd be like, $80.
$80. The homie, man. This
420.
guy, he's not forgetting the little people.
420s, bro.
I always keep my word.
Hey,
420s.
hey.
No, I can't
I'll
even do
lick-
420s.
I'll lick-
8 10s.
I'll lick my finger and I'll count it in front of you.
Jesus.
Just so they don't stick. to
Fucking
each other.
asshole gives me all quarters.
No, how much do
for
you think?
$80?
It's a big bag. He's
How
got
much? I don't know,
With the
like
fucking dollar sign on it. That bag. There you
10
go, buddy.
grand. 10 grand.
Nickels.
10 grand.
10 grand. I'm not asking you for 10 grand. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Who am I? What the hell did I do?
No, do you think how much do you think I should give you? If I gave you 10 grand, you'd be like, wow, this motherfucker won 1.5 million and he's giving me 10 grand. Like,
Yeah, I'd be
I'd
so
like,
pissed.
sweet. I'd be like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd be so pissed. 10 grand, bro. That's like, you know those kids
I
on
figured I would have to give you more.
you know those kids on Sweet 16? You know those kids on the
I'm
show
thinking
Sweet
like
16?
50?
They're like, my dad got me a BMW, but he got me a blue one. What a fucking asshole. That's what I'd be saying. What the fuck's 10
Dude.
grand?
Yeah, dude. I got a free Mercedes and I'd be like, fucking, it's not an Aston Martin.
not even
Bro, you don't have the racing stripes on it? Like, come on, what is this? Broke bitch money?
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Broke bitch money.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
don't know. 1.7 mil. You gotta like.
We're still going up. We're still going up. 1.5 mil. Can you imagine going up to the bookie, smacking that ticket down? Hey, stop what you're doing. Like you got 7 people in line.
I'm
like,
thinking about
no,
what I
you
do.
guys get the fuck out.
I
think about what I do. I'm probably giving $100 to the guy behind me. No, fuck that. He don't deserve that. You know, he would probably take that $100 and go lose it. So why I should give $100 to fucking Steve?
What you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Yeah.
gonna get 1.5 mil, 1.6 mil. Excuse me. I'm gonna get
7.
1.8 mil, and I'm going to put out a tweet saying that I won this on this crazy parlay of New England sports to win the title, and then I'm gonna say to each of the team superstars, Pasternak, Tatum, Mac Jones, be like, hey,
I'm betting heavy.
I want to give you guys
giving it all back to
$100,000,
the
and
casino.
then
I'm gonna
what
donate
happens
it
is
to
I
the
get to meet the
casino.
whole fucking team. You know, I get to party with all 3 of the Boston teams, and that's who I give $100.
That's a
to.
fantasy.
That's what I
That's
give
a
100.
fantasy. That ain't real.
You win 1.5
That's
mil.
not
I
real.
think I could probably meet.
No, that's
Off the
not
Boston
real.
sports teams.
That's not real. Zach, they make 1.5 million a night.
yeah,
not
but
real.
you would go viral in
Zach,
Boston at least.
Zach, that's a fantasy. That's a fantasy.
It's not real,
It's
bro.
a fantasy. It's
Not
not
real,
real.
bro.
This is the real world.
It's
The
fucking-
real
it's
world.
fucking Debbie Downer. Jesus
The
Christ.
real world is 1.9 billion. Okay, you win by saying some little numbers into a machine. Ba, 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 ba. 1.9 billion. Then how much do you think I should give you?
All right, if you win 1.9 billion, I might want
$1,000.
I might want
$1,000 bucks?
$1,000. Yeah. I might want $1,000.
I might
might.
want $1,000 buckaroos.
You won the jackpot. The fucking jackpot.
That guy who won the $2
$1.9
billion jackpot, he took home like 900 mil.
Imagine that you only get half.
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah, I
What the
know. Oh,
fuck?
man,
900
but
mil?
I'm just saying, like,
No.
you go
Throw
in
it
there,
down the toilet at
$2
that
billion
point.
ticket, and then it's like 900.
Yeah, you gotta think. Hang on.
You know who
Hang
won the
on.
lottery?
No.
You know who won the lottery?
Hang on.
The government. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking lottery.
They got all that fucking tax money, bro. They just built a
That's what I'm
submarine.
saying.
They just
take
built
it
a submarine.
How is the government in all this debt? They just take money for doing nothing.
Exactly.
They got money for doing nothing.
We are
Hey.
$7 trillion in debt. That 7 trillion, by the way, is 7,000
Zach.
billion.
Well, they
That
just got a
is
billion.
Zach.
7
We're not-
million
Zach.
millions.
Zach, we're not 7 trillion, buddy. We're 20 trillion in debt. 7 trillion was when Obama was president, bro. Then you got Obama. You had Obama fuck it all up. And then you had a guy who tried to do right, scrutinized. And then you got this jabroni, you don't know his name. We're 20 trillion in debt, bro.
That would be 20,000 billion. That would be 200.
We might be 22 trillion.
That would be 20 million millions.
I want to know what the government is doing with all this fucking lottery money.
Dude,
Where's it going?
do you think it's a coincidence that FTX gets taken down? $32 billion at its peak. 32, 33.
Is this the one that Brady and Giselle were in?
Yeah. Do you find it a coincidence it gets taken down? The same week they file for bankruptcy, the same week investigations launched. Nancy Pelosi drops out of, just resigns from Speaker of the House. No coincidence, bro. No coincidence. That bitch is corrupt. Corrupt. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my country, bro. Fuck you, Nancy Pelosi. I'm coming for you. I'm fucking coming. I'm coming.
Damn.
I'm coming for Nancy Pelosi.
So the game's about to start.
I'm
So the
coming.
game's about to start. What level are you guys on over there, by the way?
I'm coming for Nancy Pelosi. I don't give a fuck about the game.
I do. I have the over. Just saying.
Nancy Pelosi.
I kind of care.
Tonight?
Over 41. Packers Titans.
Nancy Pelosi will be at the game.
Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in. That is episode 127 of MMA
We're gonna
Complete
end it on that.
Podcast. Should I make that the title? Fuck Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
I don't think I can change it now. Can I? Nah, I can't.
Fuck.
Fuck Nancy Pelosi is the title. The title actually is fights to make after UFC 281. We didn't talk about that.
Nancy
At
Pelosi
all. But
is
that's
coming
okay.
for everyone.
So that's going to do it. Everybody check out our YouTube page. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter when Twitter's back up. Should be any day now. And catch
Grandma's
us every
name's
Wednesday and Thursday for podcasts. Episode 128 and 129 coming up this week, next week. We have the end of the year superlatives coming up December 28th and 29th. That'll be a good time. So check us out.
You
then.
know Graham.
Check out Fans Only Sports for their many social medias. And shout out to them and Ron Robert for the platform.
Ron Robert. You the man, Ron.
And that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Ron
We
Robert
are out
would
of
have
here.